From the Middle is proud to be a founding member of Oddpods Media. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 322 of From the Middle, where we are just three regular guys who chat about things. This week, the things that we are chatting about has a lot to do with food. No surprise there. But for you, is it emetophobes out there? If you like mac and cheese, you might want to skip. I don't know when we start talking about mac and cheese, take a break for a few seconds. But we do talk about other kinds of sick foods, such as flopsicles and chicken noodle soup and the like. We also talk about a little bit of sports, taking back sports, youth sports. How were youth sports when you were a kid? We talk about how we think youth sports should be and what the Manning brothers think about that. We're talking about sick kiddos and aging parents and kids' birthdays and all kinds of things. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Oh, for the love. Sorry, just clearing my Mountain Dew hole.
I got my phone hole cleaned today.
That's where you keep it? You're so cerebral and you're so developed and evolved.
From the Middle after dark over here.
Cora, what you got in your glass, buddy?
Jameson with the big rock.
Jameson with the big rock.
Yes, sir.
A man's drink.
I don't know. It's what was there.
What was there? I'm drinking a grapefruit soda. So
Cheers, brother.
You've got one on me. There we go.
Are we recording?
We're recording. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It was a big day. One of those days that you're like, life, huh? Okay. So we moved one of my grandfathers into assisted living today.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
And it was just like, it went really well. It went great. Like, about as good as drop off can be expected. But seeing him move out of the house he built in 1970,
Yeah.
And then taking some of his things to this place that he's only temporarily moving to, because the plan is to move out again once he gets his health back up in the summer, which we absolutely believe can happen. But yeah, it was just one of those days, Yeah, and my middle daughter turned 16 this week. Cannot believe it. Happy birthday, Chloe.
Holy cow.
So 19, 16, and 11-year-old kids, bro. This is like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
Hence the Jameson and the Big Rock.
Yeah. That's a lot happening, buddy.
Coping is fun. Hey, what's going on with you guys?
Well, we've got flu in the house.
Oh, and not just birds.
Not just the birds. That's right. Well, you guys remember, for anybody who listened last week, I was hacking the whole time. I'm not hacking nearly as much anymore. But and I don't think that we've had this happen. To my memory, I don't think it's ever happened. All three kids at the same time went down. Or at least overlapped enough. So today, well, okay, so the kids were off school on Monday. They also had school off on Friday, but Lydia, her last day of school last week was Tuesday. And then all three of them were home from school sick on Tuesday this week. And then finally Wednesday, we get to send one of them back, but while still retaining two. So that's life in our house at the moment, is just a lot of fevers going on at the same time, trying to remember what medication I gave to who, when, and and that kind of thing. I end up just like texting Amy every single time a kid gets medicine. That way I've got something to like go back to and look at. And also she's informed. So
yeah. Well, sorry for that. That's not super fun.
Yeah.
And I realized my bird flu joke worked on two levels. Bird flu as in bird flu. And also. So anyway, I just wanted to revisit that.
It was a double joke.
A double entendre, but not entendre. Yeah, that's a lot, man. Is it one of those where you're just like, it's a matter of time before I get hit with this?
Well, I think I brought it to him. I think is what
so it's your
happened.
fault. Huh.
So I'm pretty sure it's my fault. But I never had a fever that I'm aware of with it. But all three of them have had / still have fevers. Amy is the only one who so far has gone unscathed. So
She probably has superpowers from working in a lab.
that could be. Good luck to Amy.
Stay strong, Amy.
Yeah.
Dylan,
Yeah.
how are you, buddy?
Good. You were talking about kids' birthdays. So your middle and our only have birthdays one day apart.
Yes.
Different number of years, of course. But this week, our daughter Finley will be 8. We just had our party this past weekend, which was a lot of fun. It was Stitch themed. She said it was her favorite birthday she's had so far, including but not limited to theming and food. So she had a grand old time. And yeah, on the sick kiddos thing, I think her class is 22 kids. And over the last month, there's been days where she's come back. It's like only 13 kids were there today. Only 8 kids were there today. So it's definitely the teacher's gone for 3 days. The teacher's kids are all out for 2 days. So there's been a lot of junk. So I feel that when I say stay strong, Amy, you can do it. You can do it. I was sick not too long ago. Bree just got sick. I feel like it's definitely made its round. So it is no fun for sure.
Yeah. No, but it's been fun for the most part. The kids have been in good moods, or at least during the moments that they've been medicated. And I leave it up to them whether or not they want to be medicated, unless the fever gets like crazy high. I kind of tell them what I think you should tell people, which is that like, unless it's like dangerously high fever, if you feel like you can cope with it, don't medicate it. Let the fever do what fevers do. It's your part of your body's immune system fighting the virus. But if you're absolutely miserable, then go ahead and take the medicine. But, so that said, like they've been in relatively good moods and we've had fun. We've still done some stuff, just in the house, and Joel and I have been working on like turkey calling and things like that, which has been fun.
Nice.
That was not a turkey call.
No. Okay. I was going to ask with your mouths or with like the little wooden boxes or
so I have
turkey calls.
I have a diaphragm call.
Okay.
That I'm learning.
You going to do some turkey hunting?
Not in the spring, but in the fall.
Let's go.
We're gearing up. Me and him are going to go turkey hunting in the fall, and then we're going to follow that up. Isaac and I are going to go deer hunting after that. So
yes,
yeah,
I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah. I mean, we're totally preparing. We're going to go out there. I'm going to make sure that we're confident in what we're doing, and I think I might have a track on being able to hunt private, which will be good. So
that's the only way to go in my book. So if you can swing it, that's awesome.
That's what I'm trying to swing. I mean, I'll do public if I have to.
Sure.
Yeah.
And turkey hunting is weird depending on the county. Some counties only have one season of turkey hunting and others have both spring and fall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've done that a couple times. It's fun. Smart birds, turkeys. I mean, dumb birds, but like great vision.
Yes. Yeah. They're dumb. They're easy to call in the spring. They're easy to call at least.
Yeah. I know you've done your research.
Story. I absolutely have, my friend. I absolutely have.
They say they can see a human being blink at like 100 or 200 yards.
Yeah.
And then
deer, you don't have to worry.
Deer, you don't have to worry about.
You could wear neon and go deer hunting.
Right.
But, turkey, you can't do that. So.
And they have the scouts around the outer perimeter. And yeah, that's an interesting animal to hunt. Dylan, talk to us about hunting.
Nope.
I had to make up for drinking grapefruit soda when you're drinking whiskey over there. So
I get it.
I had to break that up.
You said bird calls. I imagine three amigos bird calls like, look up here. But back to the sick kids thing. Do you guys have, other than the normal whatever brat diet, like bananas, rice, whatever? Do you guys have like special sick foods? Like, do you do any like certain popsicles or certain drinks or anything that they're allowed to have?
Um, so I've a few times over the course of the past couple of days have found myself running out for slushies,
Hmm.
because sore throat has been a popular symptom with this whole thing. Other than that, no, not really. I mean, as a kid, I certainly did. And Amy has things, but our kids are just like, just really don't want to eat usually when they're sick. Um, but yeah, slushies and popsicles, nothing in particular with the popsicles. Lately, they like the, which I hate them. They have the, like these, is it Trolley who's making, they're like weird, chewy, kind of gummy ish kind of popsicles.
Mm.
Oh, they're floppy. It's weird. It's
Floppy popsicles? Flopsicles? This is a problem.
Flopsicles. It is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but the kids love them.
That's going in the title immediately. Flopsicles.
Flopsicles.
On the flip side of that coin, do you have foods that as an adult you can't consume without thinking of being sick because it's a food you used to eat when you were sick as a kid?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice.
Yeah. It's like, was it for an infection or whatever? It's like, drink this cranberry juice. That'll make you feel gross. It's gross now.
For me, it's Sprite. I can't drink Sprite without thinking of being sick, or 7-Up or whatever citrus, clear citrus soda, without thinking of being sick.
I can definitely understand that.
Is any kind of chicken noodle soup too generic? Like, is that something you eat on the reg, or like you were only really eating it when you were sick?
Nah, I will eat that and not think of being sick. But yeah, for sure. Saltines, clear citrus pops, and probably popsicles too. Yeah. Except for those Outshine bars. I tear those Outshine bars up in the summer. You guys know this. I leave a trail of popsicle sticks.
You know, for us, it was specifically 7-Up and saltines, like when you had like a stomach bug. And what's funny is that I do think about being sick when I drink a 7-Up, but like I'm still cool with drinking a 7-Up. So that's maybe a little bit weird. I think a lot of people, I used to have foods that I remember throwing up shortly after eating and was therefore turned off on it for a long time.
Yes.
Taco Bell actually was one of those. I threw up shortly after eating Taco Bell, and for a long time couldn't eat Taco Bell.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I did that for a whole bunch of family members with Ryan's buffet. Corey's laughing because he was there, and I didn't have a problem going straight back to mac and cheese, but sometimes other people do. You know what I mean? So if you remember.
My mind is going two different, like at a buffet. I'm thinking of you. Did you vomit at the buffet?
Yeah, at the table.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
at the table. I'm thinking of two things. One, the thought crossed my mind, literally ate so much at the buffet that I puked. And B, when you say I went right back, I'm like thinking you had a big plate of mac and cheese, vomited, and it was like, well, that was a waste, and got up and got some more mac and cheese and came back.
Yeah, the key is to just chew through the gagging. You know what I mean? You just have to just muscle through, you know. The cheap buffet mac and cheese is worth it. You know what I mean?
I really appreciate the bookends of my day today because I'm doing the Bible in a Year reading plan, and we're in Leviticus talking about semen and menstrual fluids.
Okay.
So I'm going to end the day now with thinking of Dylan's macaroni and cheese throw up at Ryan's Steakhouse in Lima, Ohio.
Ryan's Steakhouse. Man, buffets used to be the thing, huh?
I remember the first time we introduced our children to a buffet. They had never been been to one before, and it was like, so we can just keep going back, which is what led to Dylan's story.
Yeah. Well,
because you tell a kid they can have unlimited mac and cheese, and they're like, "What?"
Of course they're gonna do that. And I'm gonna like do rounds of ice cream sundaes in between and just like alternate. In fact, it had been so long since I had been to a buffet. The first time I did in a very long time, Corey, was with your daughter, Lily. We went to the Asian sushi,
Yes.
whatever buffet place. And that's the first time I've been to one in a very long time. So not a bad option, you know? They didn't have
Uh,
mac and cheese, so it was safe.
Mm.
Are you looking up the restaurant now?
yeah,
Or are
I
you
am.
looking up Ryan's? I had to Google Ryan's buffet because I remember the logo as soon as I Googled it and saw it.
So
Uh,
first, shout out to Tokyo Grill Sushi and Hibachi buffet here in Columbus. If you're in the Polaris area, do yourself a favor. It is good. And if it's any indication, and I don't think it's wrong to say this, if it's any indication of how good the food is, there are a lot of Asian people there regularly.
Oh, there you go. See,
Of
immediately.
all types of Asian. So Tokyo Grill Sushi and Hibachi Buffet. Yeah, go ahead, Kendall.
No, I was gonna say, like, when I think of like Chinese or Asian buffet, like I think of, like your dingy little walk-in takeout Chinese place, only it's larger and there's a bunch of white people eating there.
Yep.
And there is a section that has pizza and mac and cheese.
Yep.
mhm.
This is not that. This is like an upscale version.
This is
Or it's just a really good one of those.
it's an upscale version, and I didn't understand sushi and hibachi buffet. I was like, what is that? Is the buffet sushi and hibachi foods, or is it sushi plus a hibachi buffet, like hibachi foods on? So I was like, let's go and figure this out.
Yeah.
And it's both. And they give you the little fryer baskets of like one chicken on a stick, and then you take it for your tray, and then they just push the rest forward. Or sushi, same thing, couple on a plate, they push the rest forward. So it's
Okay.
hibachi items, sushi items, and then all the dessert and salad items in a separate buffet line. It is like, mwah, so good. And then they give you one. You guys remember like BD's Mongolian Grill, where you would put the raw meat
Yeah.
protein with all your veggies and whatever. You also get one of those per meal. So you get like a make your own bowl and then all those sushi and hibachi buffet items. It is awesome.
It
Big
is very
fan.
good. The only thing I would disagree is I don't know that I would use the word upscale in the sense as nothing about it feels fancy.
Okay.
It still feels fast casual. You wouldn't need to dress up at all.
Oh, yeah.
The interior's not fancy. There's like neon LED light strips around the buffet area.
Yeah, I just meant one step more upscale than what Kendall was describing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't want anyone to turn away thinking they need to throw on their, tux to go
Yeah, for sure.
get their Asian buffet items. Show up in a t-shirt and shorts and you'll be fine.
But you pulling up the Ryan's images, I thought it was called Ryan's Steakhouse. I guess it was just Ryan's.
Yeah, it had a name, Ryan's
I
Grill.
remember
Buffet.
Brian's Steakhouse being a thing.
It
Is that
might
a
have.
separate thing?
I don't know. Like they
No, I
had,
don't
or at least the one that I'm familiar with from Marion, Ohio, had like a steak menu that you could order from, and you had to pay specifically for the steaks. And so you would get like that steak that you paid for and the buffet that you paid for,
Wow.
Now,
which I don't know that anybody ever actually did.
Yeah,
Ryan's
but-
Steakhouse brings up the exact same images as Ryan's Buffet.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the official name. And I didn't realize they called the bar the Mega Bar.
Nice.
Founded in 77. Wow.
Makes it all the more tempting to pile high that mac and cheese. Interesting. Yeah, so clear pops make us think of being sick. No special foods. Corey, do you guys have special foods for when kiddos are sick? Do you do
No, we
any-
do the BRAT thing. It's funny you brought that up. We try to stick to the BRAT thing, the BRAT acronym.
Yeah. Okay. Same here. All right. There you go.
Okay, speaking of buffets and favorite foods and sometimes being sick and aging grandparents, have you guys thought about, in a perfect world, how you'd like to spend your autumn years? Is this like a keep me in my house until I absolutely can't anymore? Or is it as soon as I can get to an assisted living facility where they're bringing me food and doing my laundry and I'm socializing with people? like a glorified like vacation destination with other old folks playing shuffle. Like, what is your current view at 40 or nearly 40 about how you'd like to, all things being, normal, you don't have any special reasons why you would have to go anywhere if you could just choose? Or is it like I'm dying in my house and that's how I'm going?
See, there's a particular facility in Gahanna that made me think about this because of where it is located. It's kind of like tucked in the woods a little bit, and it overlooks a very large, it's technically a creek, but it's very large for a creek, and it's beautiful. And I remember like Amy and I had a conversation when we saw it and realized what it was, that we were like, I want to get here like sooner than later.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if I can.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that says like, man, I wouldn't mind getting into a place early enough that I could actually enjoy the stuff and the things, and not have to worry about all kinds of other things. And I don't know if we'll find out what you guys think, but like, I feel like there's a generational thing about that, or maybe we'll change our minds when we come of age, but I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, on the thing you just said, there's a place literally I could almost see it from outside this window, and it looks like a chalet style hotel in a ski town, like big stone columns, wood, and I think it's assisted living and nursing home. I don't know for sure what services they offer at this facility, but here's what I do know about it, having some friends who have parents there. It's got its own movie theater. It's got an Irish pub inside of it, a bowling alley / arcade. And I'm like, even hearing about some of the benefits that my grandpa gets at the place we dropped him off at today, I was like, I would go here now.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty awesome. So, yeah, I mean, you're paying, depending on the place, you could be paying a substantial amount for those things.
Absolutely.
And we've priced a few out just out of morbid curiosity, and it's wild. But yeah, I get that. It's like, if you can go that way, that's a way to spend your latter years. Dylan, what are your thoughts on the matter?
I'll preface by saying I'm completely open to the idea that my mind could change at any time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But currently, I feel like in my brain, the whole point of retiring is to finally get away from people. You know what I mean? And putting myself in a situation where lots of people are around again doesn't sound ideal. So the whole die in home thing sounds kind of nice. But I'm open to, I could feel different, It's like if you're really lucky, maybe you have lots of retired years and you're like, hey, I finally rested after a decade of not having to see people. Maybe I want to see people again, So like maybe that's a thing. And it's like, now I think I'm ready to put myself back out there. I've slept enough. I've watched enough daytime television. I could probably go back out now. So we'll see. TBD. But I'm leaning towards like, I'll just leave me alone. Just
leave me alone. I hear you.
I'll do my thing.
I guess I'm differentiating between like retirement and like needing help day by day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that's two different eras for me, and I'm thinking more of the latter.
Yeah, I don't want to be the kind of person that is stubborn about needing help. I'd like to think that I'd be like, yeah, I get it. It's just my time. That like everyone needs help at some point. It's just my turn now, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to think that I'll have enough maturity to do that, but I think as long as that's not, it's not a need, and it's like you have a choice.
Yeah. But I mean, there's ways to like do that at home. Like if you're able to admit that and then like hire the organization or whatever that sends somebody daily, like there's ways to do that too.
Yeah. and give somebody access to my Lego collection? I don't think so. They're gonna keep their greedy little hands off my minifigs. I notice I had to say Lego. I don't have anything else valuable that anyone would want. So, get all up in my goodies.
Yeah.
Well, you need to build a Lego vault.
Yeah, that's true. You mean like a door out of Lego that's like a working mechanical vault of Lego?
Well, no. One that's possibly more functional than that as a vault.
One that can be disassembled brick by brick.
I mean, to be fair,
they probably cost the same. So
that's true. Have you stepped on a Lego brick? They're indestructible when you step on them. So I think you could build something pretty impressive. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. See if they can be trusted around my fine goods.
Speaking of fine goods, this feels like a really good time to take a little bit of a pause and hear from one of the other fine podcasts in the Odd Pods Media Network.
Hey, this is Grab and Brisket Podcast. Join us every Monday where we talk about the latest trends in barbecue, interviews with world top pitmasters, celebrity cooks,
Ooh, like Wee Man from Jackass.
and musicians.
Like Rich O'Toole?
So check us out. We do beer reviews, barbecue fails.
So many fires.
Dude, a lot of people just burn their houses down for no reason.
We also talk about cocaine hippos versus Beth Gators,
Learn how to make some tailgate gravy.
altercations with Texas Rangers.
People throwing Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, so check out grabthebrisket.com for podcast info, viral social media posts, and so much more.
We've talked about food quite a bit
What?
on this episode. I just want to kind of keep that rolling because that's what we do. I've been influenced. So has my wife, who listens to her husband's podcast.
That's nice.
Two things that have been brought up have been crab rangoon dip, which spun off of our conversation of crab rangoon burritos. And Amy looked up and found a recipe for that, which our family has tried. We have also done a la Corey and Sherry Hubble, the egg roll in a bowl concept.
Okay, yeah. Unstuffed egg rolls, we call them. But yes, egg roll in a bowl is way better.
Oh, well, we called it egg roll in a bowl. And we decided to take the step that came up during our conversation, which was we added the fried wontons to it.
Yes.
Which was a good choice. It was the egg roll in a bowl was essentially, I mean, and to nobody's surprise, essentially kind of like tasting like stir fry, but more crumbly, like because it's like crumbled meat and things like that. Delicious. Would absolutely do that one again. The crab rangoon dip, I want to give another shot because the recipe was way too far out in left field where it's like, this is no longer crab rangoon dip. It had like celery in it and it had like 5 spice in it and things like that. I want pretty much straight up sour cream, or not sour cream, cream cheese and crab. Do whatever you need to do to make it soft and dippable. Like that's what I want crab rangoon dip to be, which is not what that recipe was. So I would like to revisit that one. And then I've been making lunches.
Well, what did you use for the dipping for the dip?
We had, I think it was just tortilla chips that we had used.
All right.
So we didn't try to go authentic Asian with our crab rangoon dip.
Also, follow-up question.
Device.
Normal crab rangoon for you. Do you, if you have to go one way or the other, do you prefer a little saltier or a little sweeter crab rangoon?
Oh, I guess I don't know of salty or crab rangoon.
There's some of them are very sweet.
Yeah.
You bite in and it's the inside is very sweet. And sometimes I find it's not very sweet and it's almost a saltier. And I don't know the difference between recipes. Maybe one is very inauthentic and one is authentic. But I've had,
I don't think there's anything authentic about crab rangoon.
from from a Midwestern point of view,
Right.
less authentic or more authentic. But I feel like sometimes the inside is mostly saltier. Like whatever they're putting in it, or maybe it's they're adding salt to the fried layer or something that makes it less sweet.
It is highly possible that I have never had a bite of crab rangoon without it first being dipped in sweet and sour sauce. And so that could be that could be why
Wow, I never
don't have
dip
an
it in
answer to that
anything.
question.
I usually don't either.
It comes with like a bowl of sweet and sour sauce.
I never use that.
I don't love sweet and sour. It's fine. I'll use it
Okay.
sometimes, but I mostly just eat it plain without the
Do you
dipping.
guys like the triangle ones that are just dropped in the fryer, or do you like the ones with the four little wings where you kind of peel them apart and
I
Yes.
feel like triangles are easier to eat. I do have an
Yeah.
opinion there.
yeah.
They don't hurt my delicate mouth roof.
My delicate mouth roof. That's the new episode title.
I gotta look this up now. Are there saltier and sweeter crab rangoon recipes?
Yeah,
I'm sure there are.
Wow.
I feel like your guys's taste on crab rangoon is probably better than mine because I'm a sweet and sour sauce guy, which
That's
covers up a lot of
fascinating.
things.
Lily, my oldest, really frustrates me because she says, like, I don't know what's the word she says. I don't know if it's sour. I'll have to ask Cher.
Okay, so here's what AI says. Both sweeter and saltier crab rangoon recipes are easily achieved by adjusting the filling components and sauces. Sweeter versions often use powdered sugar, sweet onion, or fruit, while saltier, more savory versions leverage Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, garlic salt, or MSG.
I've never heard of fruit in a rangoon.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Interesting. And I want to see, is there okay, sweeter crab rangoon, add 1 to 3 teaspoons of granulated sugar or powdered sugar. Incorporate finely diced sweet onion or even minced Fuji apple pear into the filling.
What?
Never had that.
Dipping sauce served with sweet and sour made from higher ratios of pineapple juice, brown sugar, and ketchup. Interesting.
Interesting.
There you go. I have zero preference on shape, delivery method of rangoon.
Just bring me that sweet or savory
Savory.
rangoon.
That's why I asked, because I feel like I've had different kinds of recipes on a scale of sweet and savory. I prefer a little more savory.
But regardless, Kendall wants another round. He wants another crack at the dip.
I do. I really, really do.
You got to get the dip right, because if it's going to fill a burrito,
Right?
Shove it in an omelet.
You want to be sure about that.
Yeah, shove it in an omelet.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
It's so fun that you guys that Amy got excited about the idea to try egg roll in a bowl. I told Cher about your will it omelet game.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll do that for you with our leftovers whenever you want. And I was like, really? So now I can just play will it omelet with Cher here at the house because of your game. So we're like sharing. If no one else is listening to our podcast, we're sharing learnings with each other and
absolutely
enriching one another's lives. And that's all that really matters.
Yeah. Will it omelet? Will it burrito? Fun little games we like to play.
That's
Should play Will It Dip. That might be another
game.
I do like
to find a way to, basically just take whatever it is and then mix it with enough sour cream that it becomes a dip.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of those little naans. Whatever that main brand of naan that most grocery stores has is, I forget. Firestone, something. The little mini naans that are kind of ovalish shaped are great for dipping. I'm a big fan.
Good to know.
Dip them in anything.
Good to know.
You're welcome. I gotta look.
Okay, so I forgot to explain the segue from buffets to what we would like to do when we age. So the lady that's doing intake for Dylan and I's grandpa was like going through the menu for tonight's dinner. And she starts saying food items. And he's going, yep, yep, yep. And then we realized as she was going through this list that she thought he was ordering those things. And he thought she was just asking, do you like those things for future meals?
Okay.
So as his list gets to like 13, 14 items, my uncle or our uncle goes, Dad, she's placing this as an order now. And he goes, oh. No, I was just saying I like it. But I was just like, I can't wait to live in a place where they just bring you whatever you want for every meal.
I think that's just a personal chef. You could do that anytime. There's also food delivery. People will make you things and drop them off at your house, which is easy. You just place orders. I think DoorDash also has a subscription for that.
So getting old is not a prerequisite.
Nope.
Wow.
You can enjoy food at any stage of life.
Wow.
As it turns out. So were you asking because you wanted to know if that would be more exciting? Or was that why was that the segue?
No, or
are you just telling the story?
I used it as I used food as a segue to talking about grandpa, and then I never explained how food tied to it. So now I was just doing that just now so that I could sleep better tonight. And there's no more information that we need to cover.
Because you said so many things, speaking of, and then like 30 words.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was a joke. I thought you were making a very funny joke about all the things that don't make sense together, but you were in fact trying to like thread the needle.
Pull it together anyway.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah. Is this the same uncle that supposedly ate all his M&Ms?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor
guy. Cher crushed it, by the way. She got him an assortment of mini crumble cookies. She got 6 different kinds. Their flavor or their kind of the day was the Biscoff cookie. Oh, so they take like a whole Biscoff cookie and shove it in there, and then they crumble it and put it on top of the icing. Oh, those were good. Buckeye, chocolate chip, sugar, and a couple more.
I like crumble, but it came in too fast and hard. And I think people ate too many too fast and kind of went, okay, I'm good for it. Now it feels like it's been so long since I've had them.
Yeah.
Because we had it too many times for too many birthday parties, holidays, fun, just because whatever. And we had a great local pizza joint that moved to Columbus.
Yes.
And they had really good dessert cookies. And I would get theirs. And it was much cheaper than Crumble. And I like them very much. But, all good things must come to an end.
There's a price point and calorie consideration. I forget which people take more umbrage with, but they're like between 600 and 850 calories per cookie.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Which, that's really tough if you care about calories and you're like, that's literally my dinner entree. Like, if I eat that, I'm kind of done for a whole meal.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah. Anyways.
But he settled in. He thinks this is going to be a good new chapter. We're excited for him, and we can visit at 1 a.m. I can confirm. So, if we would like to. I saw something the other day that I thought was interesting. This is a bit of a hard pivot, but might get us onto sports. So I saw the Manning brothers in a commercial, and they're doing a fake like press junket in this commercial talking about something called Take Back Sports. Have you guys seen this initiative or effort?
I don't think so.
No. So it's basically if I've read the website correctly, it looks like it's a series of educational seminars, online courses to help fight overcoached, overpriced, and overscheduled youth sports.
Oh, heck yeah.
And this kind of goes to a topic we've talked about a few times, like how crazy youth sports seems to be getting at younger and younger ages, and how hardcore people take it. And like, if you're not on the travel team, you can't play for the school team because the school assumes that if you were serious about it, you'd be doing the travel team. But it's thousands of dollars to join the travel team, and you're going multiple states away, and just all that craziness, right? And I was like, what is this? So I looked into it enough to be dangerous. And it looks like they're spearheading, or at least the spokespeople for this program, where it's essentially, like many other things, educating the parents on, I vow to not coach my child from the sideline. I vow to not yell at the referees. I vow to not cuss out my child's coach during like so many other things. It comes back to the parenting, right? But I really appreciated seeing that there's somebody out there doing that, because I felt that having my kids in sports, at not as serious as level as some people take it. But I was like, good for you, Manning brothers. That feels like an important thing to be doing right now, because that does feel like a problem, at least from where I sit. Have you guys thoughts on the matter?
It's definitely a different world today in kids sports that like I was unaware of. Like I heard people talking about travel teams and that kind of thing. We had travel teams. Like they existed when we were that age, but it wasn't nearly as widespread to the point that like you said, if you're taking it seriously, you're expected to be on a travel team. You have to be on a travel team. But now it's like there's
Summer league, travel league.
yeah. It's like if you're 9 years old and want to keep up with other 9-year-olds, you have to play baseball year round. Like that's just the reality of the day. And the way you do that is with travel leagues.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's tournament only leagues that are not leagues, but tournament only teams that just enter regional tournaments. And then others that play seasons within their own league or with other leagues and things that you just have to make sure that you're in one of those at all times. And then if your kid is a multi-sport athlete, then they're on travel teams year round, multi-sports. Like it's almost like the idea of having like the one kid by the time high school comes around, who's like your best basketball player and your best pitcher and the quarterback of the football team. Like, in order for that kind of thing to happen these days, like that kid would have absolutely no life other than the travel teams that, like, in some cases, his parents are making him do. And it's nuts. I'm a fan. This is the old guy talking of the way my generation had their childhood when it came to sports. That was, you could try things, and there was lots of other kids who were also trying things, and it was cool and it was fine. You could be multi-sport and still have your summer available to like be a kid and play with other kids in the neighborhood. Like it's not that way anymore. Like Isaac has a friend down the road who, like, 9 times out of 10, he goes down there, knocks on the door, and he's not home, or he's at football practice or baseball practice or basketball or whatever it is, because he's just doing things all the time. Meanwhile, like, I'm trying to raise my kids to like be out in the neighborhood and find other kids to play with and like do things like that. And he's really the only one Isaac's age that is around for him to play with. And it makes me sad for him, because like Lydia has people, Joel has a couple kids, but he's not as much into it. But it's the idea of just like running your neighborhood as a kid isn't nearly as popular as it used to be. I don't know if that's for better or for worse, but
yeah, part of the language in their sort of rationale and value proposition behind this initiative is like that, and I'm going to misquote the age or grade level, but they're like, on a national level, kids are dropping out of sports for good at age like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Like, because they see how crazy it is and the commitment level, and they're like, this is nuts. I just want to like see if I like it or like do it for fun, not this crazy. And that's not even kind of getting into the like, we know people firsthand who have told us the thousands and tens of thousands of dollars they've dropped on travel, on like the travel baseball league, where it's like, well, you don't have to, but all the players are getting the bat bag with their names embroidered on them. And like, you don't have to do it, but like all the other kids are like, and then hotels, and then the adult partying that goes on at the hotels on tournament weekends. Like that's a part of the whole lifestyle. And these aren't like one-off stories. That's like people we know in this life. They're like, oh, the parents get wild. And you're like, what? What is,
Yeah.
what
It
is
becomes the
going
parents'
on?
life now too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I saw that. I thought it was cool. I was like, the Manning brothers seem wholesome. And I like what they are doing with that. So anyway, just wanted you guys to take.
Based on the way you described it, I like the premise. And then as far as like the, hey, don't yell at other parents and be nice to the refs. If at the very end that they could just say, and also, this doesn't just apply to how you treat people at sporting events.
Right.
Like also at your church or in your grocery store or like your neighbors. Like that's also how you treat people.
Well,
Those places too, just FYI.
that goes to the comical like thread between like I always go back to this analogy of if you ever saw Cesar Chavez, the dog whisperer, like every single time he was never the dog wasn't the problem. It was how the owners talked to the dog, the consistency with which they tried to train the dog. Books like Have a New Child by Friday are never about the problem child. They're about the parents who have enabled a certain or allowed a certain behavior. What was the other one? Nanny 911. How many times did Nanny 911 go and talk to the parents? Like the kid actually isn't the problem. It's your inability to set boundaries and stay consistent with your parenting methods. Like,
Yeah.
so I just think it's funny that Take Back Sports for Kids is all about, hey, parents, knock it off. My kid, Corey's kid, Lily, is going into education. And my biggest concern for her or thinking ahead is like not her ability to teach and not how well she works with kids, but how much of a pain in the butt I know parents can be who get mad at the teachers nowadays when their kid gets disciplined at school. So it's just like, you know, there are some consistencies with some of these things is all I'm saying.
Weird.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Find something, Dylan.
Well, we talked a little bit about I have some upcoming travel. Corey has lots of upcoming travel. That's exciting. I'm hoping to have some good travel stories. Inevitably, things that I do wrong. I'm really hoping I can come up with a pitch if there's any good stories of like, hey, can we talk about what just happened in the world that I want to relay? So I got to figure out what that sounds like before I go, just in case there's any good stories. I'm headed to Austin next week, so looking forward to lots of good food. Hopefully some funny social and travel stories. I haven't really been watching. I mean, it's been Olympics. I think we talked about that last week or the week before. It's like if we're watching something, it's been Olympics with the birthday and the long weekend. We just had lots of other stuff going on. Father-daughter dance. That was nice.
Oh, yeah.
Prep for the birthday, then the cleanup from the birthday. And so
that was so fun, by the way. You guys threw a great party. It was like perfectly decorated. It was so cool that you guys had gone to Disney and she had gotten to meet Stitch and had a framed picture of Stitch for the Stitch birthday party. Our sister did a great job on the cake. Like it was just like every little detail. It was really nice. We had a good time. You guys threw a good party.
That's kind. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a whole lot when you're, it's kind of out. But it was fun. She enjoyed it. That's what mattered. And it's funny. She really we talk a lot about pizza here. She wanted Domino's, which is fine. It's her birthday, right? But like that ended up being the worst thing for me. Not that I said that out loud, but it was like, everything was great, but the pizza. So
Yeah.
I think you actually apologized to Dad and I about it. You were like, hey guys, sorry about the pizza.
It's
It's
right
right.
on the side pizza.
This isn't what I would have picked. In hindsight, what I should have done was just gone to two different pizza places and had like adult pizzas and then the kids Domino's pizzas that they wanted. But hey, shout out. They had like $6.99 medium pizzas and I ordered a bunch of medium pizzas. So I do appreciate the bill that came out of it. So that was useful. But yeah, when the worst part is like the pizzas kind of sucked. Uh that's still a pretty decent party. So,
I hear about like when you say like fast food or pizza place, like rankings, like just sales, and Domino's is like always on the top. And I'm just like, who's ordering Domino's all the time? Like this is not right.
Everything has to be, it's got to be a value play right now. Like if anyone's feeling even remotely like a little bit like things could be more expensive, I just wondered the same thing. The last several times we've gotten Texas Roadhouse, we go through the drive-thru. I've talked about this before. They have a pull-up window, order carry-out. The line is from their carry-out window back to the road. And so I just think, but then if we go to like McDonald's and we order a couple combos and a kid's meal, it's the same price as what we're paying for Texas Roadhouse. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's the Domino's is cheap. Is it deals or something at Domino's? Is it what I just described?
I think that's got to be part of it. I think international sales has to be a big part of it too, because like I even see like YouTubers who are like because it goes off on my radar. They talk about their favorite pizza places and they're like, oh, it's not Domino's, but it'll do. Or like, I couldn't wait to try Domino's in Japan and things. I'm like, why?
I have to remind myself that everything, even that's not great, has some kind of cult following still. And I'm completely guilty with Taco Bell, right? Like objectively, 8 out of 10 people are going to be like, Taco Bell's fine. But I'm in one of the 2 out of 10 that's like, I know that it's not awesome, but I love it because
that is true. This is coming from the guy who, like, if we're talking national pizza chains, Little Caesars is easily in my top 3. Yeah. Not just for value, but because I like them better than like most other national chains.
And it's got to be. And I was the same for a long time with Pizza Hut because I mostly just really like the stuffed crust pizza. I knew it wasn't great pizza, but I really liked the stuffed crust pizza. So I liked Pizza Hut. And it's got to be that. It's got to just be the people that are the loudest are the ones that just really love Domino's. I don't know what else it would be. It was certainly not great pizza. I'm a little picky, albeit anyone who's listened for a while knows that. But like I ate it, but it was fine. It was just fine. I don't know.
I just pulled up an article. I put it in the chat. You guys can find it if you're listening. Making it mediocre. The perplexing success of Domino's Pizza. It's a 5-minute read. I just love the first sentence. I'm not trying to come off at this with a sense of journalistic. I am trying to come at this with a sense of journalistic objectivity. But as a pizza snob, I'll come right out and say it. Domino's Pizza is, at best, shockingly mediocre.
Yes. It is the worst. I would, if CC's did takeout, I would do that before Domino's.
Yeah.
Like Domino's is the bottom. Domino's is the one pizza place where if at a party, I would get the salad instead. Like that's how bad Domino's is.
Didn't they have a whole campaign about was basically, we know how bad our pizza is and we're sorry, we're going to try to do better? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that like a whole marketing campaign that they had
years ago? And I tried it after and I was like, no, you guys are liars.
You got that again. Yeah. I don't know. I don't
Happy birthday, Finn.
Happy birthday.
Sorry.
It was a great party. I loved it.
Hey, happy 8th birthday.
Oh, man. She's going to be 20 years old listening to this and tears. Going to go talk to her therapist.
This is a thing we've already talked about with her because she'll say something like, we don't get Domino's very often. I'm like, it's great. We'll order it for your party. I said, it's just not something your mom and I would pick. So it's okay to have preferences. You can think it's really good and we can just think it's okay and not want to get it very often.
Because here at From the Middle, we don't want to yuck somebody's yum, you know?
Exactly.
Just let people like things, you know?
Even people are allowed to like Domino's. I don't want to poo-poo anybody for liking Domino's, but I do want to know why.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
But explain yourselves, you know?
Yes.
This goes back to your travel stuff, Dylan. Like, I hope nothing bad happens to you, and I hope you run into no annoying people. But if you do, you need to be prepared. Like, I'm going to do better on this. I've got a big batch of trips coming up too, and I want to get better at going like, hey, no big deal. I have no really say in the matter, even though I do. But I need to know, as a podcast co-host who loves to like splice up these unique social situations, why did you just do what you just did?
Yeah, maybe part of the way to say it is my friends and I, my brother and a friend and I love to like dissect social situations. Maybe if I don't say the podcast thing,
Yeah. Because then they'll think
maybe
yeah.
that'll spook them. And so it's like I'm not asking you to fill out like a waiver with your name on it or whatever.
Yeah. That's
so
a great
maybe if
point.
you say,
Yeah.
"Hey, my friends and I like to dissect social situations, pro or con, plus or minus, whatever." I'd love to know your thoughts on what I saw was this. Tell me more about what you. Yeah,
I'm not getting your name. I don't need your name. I just need to know your thought process
Yeah,
behind the choices you just made.
yeah. I gotta find a way to ask
Oh,
it.
this is gonna be good. I feel like we're gonna better equip ourselves on how to have these conversations and then come back with some really juicy content.
I hope so. Because we are milking this notes list. You know what I mean?
I just didn't want to talk about sports again. I feel like I've been bringing up food
like
and talking all about food. And I was like, well, let's talk about sports because that's the other thing I'm doing.
I feel like we
But-
teed up a note that says pizza on it, but maybe that's not a note we talk about.
No pizza from Kroger? Ken?
Oh, actually, we did talk about that last week.
Oh,
I just didn't check it off.
Okay.
All right.
And
Never mind.
but the pancakes part of that is that just real quick. So the following morning, so that was the story from like the level 3 snow emergency, and my daughter
Oh, got it.
had a couple of the neighborhood girls over for a sleepover
Yes.
that night because there was no school in the morning.
Kroger was closed.
Kroger was closed, couldn't get frozen pizzas, and so we just kind of made do with what we had for sleepover-ish kind of dinner food for them. But the following morning, I promised them that I was going to make them pancakes, and I did. But I made them the pancakes, and I knew that this could go awry. But the pancakes that my family and I typically eat when we have pancakes, which isn't very often, come from a box. I do know how to make pancakes myself, but no, just add water kind of mix, and it's the Power Cakes. If you guys are familiar, the Kodiak brand Power Cakes, which are they're like whole grains, healthier option kind of thing that we tried once and actually were like, we kind of like these. But my mistake was when I told the girls, don't worry, I'm making pancakes in the morning for 2 girls who are not part of our family and are not familiar with the Power Cakes from Kodiak, the 100% whole grain pancake option.
Mhm.
They were not given what they were expected. And as I was serving it to them, that was crossing my mind. That's like, hey, you guys don't actually have to eat these because these are kind of what we like in our family, and you guys might not like them as much. And they didn't, and it was a big letdown. And
That's a curveball at that age.
Yeah.
Speaking of sports, that's a curveball. If you don't have very standard name brand pancakes that look exactly like the ones that they've likely had a bunch of other times.
Yeah. I mean, I told them that, I do know how to make, we have everything here to make pancakes. I should have just made normal pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the flour and the baking soda and the sugar. I could have just made pancakes. I chose not to. I did these instead. And next time you have a sleepover, because now I'm speaking for my daughter who doesn't I don't want her to be embarrassed by our crappy pancakes. So I was like, we know we don't have to be weird about pancakes. Next time this happens, I'm making normal pancakes for you guys, and it'll be better.
It feels like the story of somebody like having friends over and they're served like their parents serve some ethnic food and it's like we thought we were just gonna get pizza and it's like some cultural food that's like but it's latkes, and
Yeah.
it's just not, it's not what kids were expecting. Kids are fickle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Power pancakes are delicious if they try to bite, especially put some whipped cream on them or sprinkles or.
I made a strawberry compote
Okay, well,
to go with them.
that's a little fancy on the power protein pancakes. Just big dollop of Cool Whip or a can of whipped cream or something. And,
Yeah.
to throw some sprinkles on there, they wouldn't care.
I just imagine these girls running and screaming out of your house, and you're like, "But I made a compote!" Yelling after them with your apron on.
Yeah. So anyway, that's an experience that happened. And I didn't know if my daughter was embarrassed by our crappy, weird family pancakes, but they're not crappy and weird to the five of us who live in this house on a regular basis. So
everything's normal to somebody,
That's right. That's right.
Because we don't want to yuck somebody else's yum. Well, thanks for listening, Middlers. It was good to have you for another week of From the Middle podcast, where we just hope that you feel like you're just one of us hanging around, chatting about life and its interesting goings on. Thank you to Artius Man, our sponsor. They make amazing men's grooming products and beard balms and oils and lotions and salves. And you can get yourself some of their amazing products that are made with all natural ingredients right here in Central Ohio. Support small business by going to artiusman.com. That's ARTIUSMAN.com. Fill your cart with amazing products that I mentioned before. Some of my favorites, if you're curious, are the soy blend woodwick candles that come in a variety of scents and flavors. I have, let's see, which ones do I have right behind my computer here? I've got Barbershop right behind my computer, and I've got Pipe Night in the basement. And I think there's another one up in our bedroom. They're really good. Fill your cart, use promo code The Middle in the promo box at checkout. That's The Middle, all one word, all caps, and you'll get 25%, almost a whole fourth off of your total. And that will help you because you'll get great products. That will help Artius Man because you'll be buying their products. And that will help us because we get a tiny little kickback for your purchase for using that promo code. So we would appreciate you doing that. And anything else, boys, until next week?
I want to give Artius Man a particular shout out.
Okay.
And I'm debating in my head whether or not I should, but I want to preface it by saying that I have been using Artius Man products daily for years at this point. Have had many orders perfectly fulfilled. I've never had an issue until last month. I ordered just one can of beard balm because that's all I needed at the time, which meant that I had to pay some shipping, and I was okay with that. And this is the only time there's a snafu that it said it was being there was a UPS package thing made. Long story short, some kind of kerfuffle happened and UPS never ended up with the package. So many places that is a problem that seems insurmountable. And even for me, I could have texted Jeff and said, hey, and Jeff would have taken, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to see what would happen here. So I just emailed, seriously, just like the order confirmation thing. I found that in my email and just replied straight to it. It didn't go to anything automated. It didn't go to anybody overseas. It went to a guy named Michael. And I very quickly got a pouring over apologies email back from Michael. That wasn't just ampersand, whatever, insert customer's name here kind of email. It was actually personally written by this guy. And they refunded the shipping and said, I'm going to make sure that this goes out now. And I must have all but overnighted it to me. I don't know, because it showed up the next day, maybe 2 days later. It was in my mailbox. That is how you want your companies with US made products to operate. Is you want to have a guy, his name on the other end after he emails you back with an actual personal message and fixes the problem right then and there for you after years of perfect service. Good job, Artius Man.
Dude, I'm so glad you interjected with that beautiful customer testimonial. That's awesome. I will say this. I use RDS Man products, and I was in Atlanta on a work trip. I was walking from the customer's office back to my hotel where I saw a very nice looking Indian man vaping and walking his dog. And he yelled at me and said, "Hey man, nice beard. You're shaping it well." And that's because I use RDS Man products. So that's two strong endorsements for RDS Man. Go check out their stuff. It's awesome. Thanks for listening. We hope you join us next week for another rousing episode of From the Middle.